Well guys, I'm starting off this video saying that I've discovered a issue with the LeMans. We have had a parts failure. It's not the worst part failure to have right now with where I'm at with that car. Definitely sucks having to spend money on it, but this is something I've been toying with anyway of changing. So this kind of made my decision a little easier because it failed. And I mean, if the part's broken, you got to change it, and you might as well change it to what you were thinking of changing it to anyway. So let me show you what I found. Well guys, this is what I found. Look inside that turbo. What looks off? See all the oil? It's hard to see with this one with no light. But see how this one's nice and clean inside? This one, not so clean. So all that oil has been blowing back out of the inlet. And basically, if you can see this, might be hard to see on camera because it's hard to get in close enough. But we have a lot of shaft play. Both of them have a good amount of shaft play. But this one's so bad it is now damaged the seal. Still spins, still makes boost, but I noticed when driving that I can smell oil burning, and I've got some smoke coming off this side. And it's blowing so much oil out, it's dripping underneath and then blowing back and basically getting all in the heat wrap and then baking off. So that is a problem. Now, the reason why I say it's not the worst problem to have right now with this car, because after the last dyno session, this car was having a hard time making boost. It made a lot of boost right at the end at high RPM. Having a very difficult time making boost at low RPM. Now, changed the cam, fixed a pretty good boost leak, so I was hoping that was going to solve my problem. But before I could make it to the dyno, discovered this problem. And I mean, if I got to change the turbos out, I could simply buy the same ones again, and they'll bolt right back in place. But if they're oversized, why would I do that? I'm thinking now, given these things are worn out, they were just cheap Rev 9 72mm eBay turbos. You know, and when you get cheap stuff like that, you can't expect it to last very long. And unfortunately, after a couple years of running them, they are done. So this is my chance to try something different. And a problem I have right now is, even if you look up this kind of turbo, the Rev 9 7268, there's all different size AR back housings. I can't remember which size back housing I have on this. I want to go to a smaller back housing, but I don't want to go too small that's going to cause restriction. So I want to find out what size I have on here. Usually there's an identifying mark somewhere on it. First of all, I can't get the turbo blanket off because it fits too tight against the fender, the inner fender. I'm just going to take the turbo right off, and hopefully I can find identifying marks to tell me what size back housing I have on it. I tried to look back at my records, like on my eBay account, and it only goes back a couple years, and it doesn't show. It's already cleared that history, so I don't know exactly which ones I have. I feel like I've got like a 1.1 back housing, which I think is just too big. Given it's only got 4 cylinders of air pushing it, you know, maybe a 0.8 or 0.9, 0.96 might even be on the big end. I did find turbos that it's a T4 turbo that should fit in its place. I've got an option of like a 0.68 AR, which I don't know if that's gonna be too small. But whatever I get, I want to make sure it's smaller than what I have on here now. But to do that, I need to know what I have, so I got to take it off and take a look. So, time to pull it off. So this I know for sure, this problem just happened because when I did the cam swap and the leak down test on the intercooler, I had this pipe off. This is the one that hooks on the bottom of the turbo. I had it off. There was no oil in it before. And if you look down in there, there's oil in there now. Quite a bit of it too. So this thing gave up the fight very recently. Yeah, you can see all the oil in the end of it there. And I'm gonna have to get, you might have noticed I was wearing gloves. If you've ever dealt with heat wrap or these blankets, you'll get fiberglass in your hand if you're not careful. And the inside is like shredded now. Part of that's from this stupid clamp. It was very difficult to get it off, the way it was angled. But it's off. Let's take it inside and get a closer look at it. Alright, I got her in the vise. I'm going to show you what I was talking about earlier. It's easier to see it this way. Check out the shaft play. She done. Like, look at all the oil. And the only marks I can find on the housing are, though, you know, it's a 68mm, I already knew that, T4 housing, already knew that. But it doesn't say what the AR size is. I'm pretty sure it's a 1.1. You know, unfortunately I can't find any other markings. But, you know, cooked is cooked. She's done. Going to have to source out a new set. Unfortunately, I'm wrapping up all my money into this thing, and it doesn't leave me much left for stuff like this. So I'm probably going to go a cheap set of eBay turbos again. I'm going to spend the next day or so and see if I can source out something a little smaller. I already have found a few. I'm pretty sure they're going to be an improvement on what's on here already. And you know, if I get a couple years out of them, so be it. Use them for a couple years and then throw another cheap set on. But expensive ones just aren't in the budget right now, so we got to do what we can. And you know, these were fun for a while. Maybe a little oversized. You know, they still work, but once you start blowing oil everywhere, you know, now you're going to get into smoke coming out the exhaust, smoke coming out from under the hood because you got oil blowing out the front, and you know, and then you can start having a whole mess of other problems. You know, you're going to start fouling plugs and stuff. So it's time. Like I said, it's not the worst news possible. You know, we're going to make a positive change here. But just wanted to give you a quick update as to what's happening here. Lots of progress is being made on the truck. That'll be in the next video. But just wanted to give you a quick update as to what's going on around here and what I have run into. And that's going to do it for this video. Later, guys.